Lesson 34. Triplets. Progressive Breakdown 3. Reading 20, 21, 22, and 23. Triplets. A triplet is a group of 3 equidistant strokes that are played in the same space of time in which you would normally play 2 strokes. We've learned that in a measure of 4/4, we can divide every movement into 2 and get 2/8 notes. If we wanted to get a triplet of 1/8 notes, we'd have to do nothing else but divide every movement of the tempo in 3 by counting in this way: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and It also might help by using a word with 3 syllables. For example, Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee. Let's now go and learn more about this figure, applying it to the snare with 10 different fingerings. Fingering 1. Fingering 2. Fingering 3. Fingering 4. Fingering 5. Fingering 6. Fingering 7. Fingering 8. Fingering 9. You'll have to dedicate more time with fingering number 10, because you'll play a triplet, that means a division in 3, with a fingering that includes 4 strokes, 2 with the right hand and 2 with the left hand. Therefore, the beat will no longer fall on the same hand and in the same way as it has up till now. To get a better idea of how this happens, I'll play this fingering by dividing the strokes between the floor tom and the snare. Fingering 10. You will also play these fingerings with the lower limbs, but most of all, you'll try to alternate between them, as suggested and as we've already seen, by distributing these strokes throughout the entire set and by trying to gradually pick up speed. As an example, I'll play fingering number 4 and alternate with number 6. Let's now go and compare the triplet with the divisions we've already learned. Exercise A. Exercise B. Exercise C. Exercise D. Exercise E. Exercise G. Exercise I. Exercise L. At this point, we'll now meet the 16th triplet, also called the sextuplet, as every 2/16th note will play 3, therefore 6 in all, within a movement of a 4/4 measure. Fingering 1. Fingering 2. Fingering 3. Fingering 4. Fingering 5. Try to alternate fingering number 1 with number 5, and then you'll have to apply the fingering that we've already seen for the triplets to the sextuplet, in particular number 4 to number 9. Here is an example of number 4. It sure is nice to insert the sextuplet into your fills as well, concentrating the entire group of strokes on one single drum, or else distributing them freely around the set. One of the more interesting ways to do this is to play 2 strokes for every tom. Let's see. Now let's compare the sound of the sextuplet with those of the other divisions that we already know. Exercise A. Exercise B. Exercise C. Exercise D. Exercise E. Exercise G. Exercise I. Exercise L. Exercise M. After you've gotten used to these figures, you'll have to repeat the exercises applying the ostinati E and F, in particular with triplets and sextuplets. Here's an example with ostinato F. It's more difficult applying ostinato F to the triplets than to the sextuplets, because while you're playing the 2/8 notes with the bass drum, your hands are playing a division in 3. Therefore, there will be a contrast between the two divisions. And there's a point where the strokes don't match, which doesn't happen with the sextuplets, because for every 3 strokes of the sextuplet will correspond an 1/8. Therefore, there's no real rhythmical contrast. With this example, I'll try to help you understand better what happens. In any case, we'll go further into detail in the next lessons, so don't worry if you have a little trouble with this in the beginning. Progressive Breakdown, third part. Reading 20. Reading 21. You can insert the triplets also in a drum rhythm with the bass drum. By accompanying in fours, it's a little easier. In eighths, you'll find that the rhythmic contrast that we spoke of earlier, caused by the division in two of the hi-hat and the division in three of the bass drum. Reading 22. Reading 23.